Hey there, I'm Matt, and I am the owner of New Hope Photography. I've been a photographer for, I don't want to go into how long, it makes me feel old, but I've been doing weddings for about 6 years now. I also shoot commercial work for companies. It's awesome. But I wanted to jump on and give a quick review about my main bag that I've been using, the Brevite original backpack, and just kind of give my thoughts about it since I've been using it for a couple of years now. There's a blog post I'll link that has info that I wrote about it about a month after I started using it, so you can read that if you want. But yeah, I've been using this bag for a little over 2 years, so let's jump on in. So the one thing that I really enjoy about this bag is when I first found it, a friend of mine had done a initial review before they had launched off their Kickstarter campaign, and I was looking for a backpack that was nice, held together, didn't look like a camera backpack, something that said like Canon or Nikon or Tamrac, Low Pro, anything like that on it, and I like this. The very first run that I had, it had their like leather base on it. And that was, first I didn't like that. Now I wish they all had that because that base kind of kept anything wet. It was easy to wipe off. I sold that backpack to get their rucksack. The rucksack really didn't fit my style, so then I sold the rucksack and got the original again. So yeah, just doing a quick review, like I said, on the original. But I like this one because it doesn't look like it looks like a standard backpack. It doesn't scream, I have camera gear in here. At the time, I was in grad school, so I really wanted something that I could fit my laptop in, fit a textbook, some notebooks, anything like that in, while potentially carrying a camera or anything like that. Sometimes I'd be out studying, but then I'd have a shoot in the afternoon, so I'd need to have a camera with me. So this was a great all-around backpack for that. So jumping into the features of this bag, you have your initial just kind of small pocket here. Put hard drives. You could put a notebook, anything like that in there. That's kind of my catch-all bag. Usually there's just a bunch of junk in there. But yeah, there's that one. Then we have one that's more of like a clamshell open here. This one's more of an organizer bag. I don't know if you'll be able to see everything on the video, but we've got like slots. These are great for SD cards. You can take those, slide them in there, and they're easy to get to again. It's not like sliding them in a different pocket where they get lost. We got, your average pen slots. You've got a holder here for keys, anything like that you don't want to get lost in there. Actually, just leave that in there. A couple other, slots for various things back here, and then another big open pocket. We've got this mesh holder up front, so if you want to put anything in there, kind of let it not roll around with this stuff, you can do that. I'm bad at organizing, so pretty much I don't have things ever in these pockets because I end up just throwing them in. It's awful, but that's how I roll. So yeah, there's that pocket. And then up here, we've got a nice insulated pocket. This one is, kind of like a, I don't know, it's a great pocket. I use it mostly for my microphone stuff. If I'm like carrying my Rode Lav Plus, I'll put my cleaning cloth in here. I'll put my earbuds in here. Anything that's I just want quick access to that I don't really need a lot of room for because it's only slightly bigger than a average computer mouse. So there's that one up top, and then we've got the compartment up here. This is kind of my catch-all for everything. A lot of times I just kind of throw all of my junk in here, my hard drives, sometimes my cell phone, anything else that I might need. This one's great because if you have a camera lens that has one of these padded cases with it, you know, like the Sigmas, it can add some extra space in there, and you can carry another lens in with your stuff. So there's that. Then this pocket, which I'll go into in just a second, expands, and you can take up, you know, room for a whole bag if you don't want to use the padded carrying case in there. So I'll show you that in just a second. But opening up the big main compartment, this one kind of almost clamshells here. You can put your books in here. It's got a sleeve here that you can throw stuff in. You know, you can take your laptop, slide that in there. It fits a 15-inch, so you have a lot of space in there. I've carried textbooks. You know, I've got, well, I had textbooks in there and still had quite a bit of room. You know, you could put that with some notebooks with your laptop. Everything like that could fit right in there. So that was always a plus on that. And then over on the sides, you've got your mesh pouch here. You know, you can put wet stuff if you need to. And then it's kind of got like another inner pouch, so you can have two different things separated. You can throw your tripod in here if you need to, or anything else, water bottles, stuff like that. And then these pockets, I never utilize these enough, but these would be great if you're like out shooting and you just need quick access to whatever, whether it's like maybe a filter, maybe a extra SD cards, because each of these has a little mesh pocket inside there. So you've got those that strap around you. This is one of my favorite features about the Brevite bags, is they have lens cap holders. Their first run just had a standard holder there, but now they've kind of done this so that you can make this hold any lens caps that you need to. It would be helpful if I had a lens cap to actually show you, but apparently I don't. So anyway, this one does not fit this because this is a 77, and I don't believe that has it. But I don't know if you can see this on the video, but there's a 52 millimeter, a 67, and then if you flip it around on the back side, you've got a 58. So you can just lock your lens caps in there like that. This one's just resting on there right now, but it's kind of nice. So if you're out and you're shooting and you just want to take your lens cap off and store it real quick, you can do that. The straps are well built. They've got your, you know, air wicking there that helps out. You've got your chest strap up here. You've got your waist strap down here. They're, you know, pretty standard. Nothing super amazing about those, but it's pretty solid. And then let's see, let's jump into the bag first, and then I'll show you the one last feature. You can also access your camera stuff with the pocket here on the side, so it's kind of like one of those sling pockets. You can open this up and you have your padded protector inside. You can reach everything, so that's pretty nifty there. But, you know, that's the only part of this bag that might say, oh look, I've got camera gear, but it would have to take someone who knows camera backpacks to kind of catch that. So inside the main compartment here is the padded carrying case. This one's interesting because it opens on well, if you count this, 4 sides, but you've got your main flap here, and then you've got various different sides here that you can open up. So that's that. They're big enough that you can fit in 2 different full frame DSLR bodies with lenses attached. You know, they're not gonna fit like a huge, well, without the body you could probably fit a 70-200 in here if you worked it, but you know, like I said, you can fit some extra stuff in here if you need to. You can kind of pack stuff in. So you've got that. And then, you know, like I said, if you wanted to take your camera lens case, slide that in there, you could do that as well. But these are pretty great because if you want to, you know, you can zip this up. You have a handle here to carry this around if you need to, just by itself. But it attaches inside the bag. And then the main compartment that I was going to show you is this one. So inside here you've got this kind of like hardened base there, and that opens up and zips down so that your backpack, if you zip this up, just becomes a basic full-sized backpack. You can throw a ton of junk in here if you need to. So, you know, it's kind of like your standard backpack size. Nothing overly large or small about it, but it's been great for me for the past 2 years. You know, it's well made. The company's, you know, small. They're funding their next bag run on Kickstarter. I haven't really paid attention to that, so to be honest, I don't know where they're at with that one, but their bags have all been pretty amazing. You know, like I said, the rucksack, it looked cool, but I just didn't like the flap top. It didn't work for me to be taking stuff out like that all the time, so that's why I went back to the original. But yeah, that's almost everything. The one last feature that I liked on their bag was they didn't have this on the first one. You had to pay extra for it, but on their newest runs, they have underneath your back plate here a rain cover, which is super awesome because, you know, I do a lot of bike commuting, and when I first got this bag, I was on the East Coast, and so it would constantly rain. But you can just pop this in and over your bag to keep all your gear from getting wet, and then you have your gear protected, everything in your bag protected. So that's super nice feature that they've added to the bags. Yeah, so like I said, this has been my bag for the past like 2 years-ish. It's been great. My only complaint is, you know, occasionally I need something a little bit bigger. You know, it'd be great if they had maybe like a smaller bag that you could attach to, you know, these bags, something, you know, that you could buckle into your straps here and, you know, straps down here and, you know, attach so that maybe you could put your cameras on the bottom, you know, and have more stuff in. You know, sometimes when I travel for weddings and stuff, you know, I shoot pretty light. I'm not somebody who brings a whole lot of gear. I'm a, you know, for a wedding, I'm a 3-lens, 2-body, 2-flash kind of person. So, yeah, it would be nice to have something that has the availability for a little bit more room. But other than that, this is a great bag. It looks nice. It blends in so you don't have people thinking that you have a ton of gear on you. But yeah, so if you want, check them out. I'll throw their link in the comments below. Thanks for watching the video.